It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up is the lockdown man himself, Jair Alexander.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Saints in this matchup. Their offense is one that doesn't rely too heavily on just one guy. They like to spread things around as best they can.
You're right about that. It's a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan, meaning each and every week they study the opponent, they probe its weaknesses, and they move the ball around that way. They emphasize who's going to get it based on what they think they'll accomplish in that game. Other teams, they're a system team. They're going to run what they run no matter what. I like this style of offense. It suits them well.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A first carry for the Fordham Ram, Chase Edmonds. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
I think what we just saw their partner was linebacking speed. They can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So they accept it. And push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 3rd down.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He'll go out to the flat for Edmonds. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They will be led out by the former Heisman Trophy winner back in 2016. Always a handful to contain, Lamar Jackson.
And it'll be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
And be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. They go play action with Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he fires one incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
It's a gain of 18. That's good for a Saints.
Play action. It's Jackson. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. Could not hang on. Second down coming up. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Tony Pollard, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Saints are on the board first here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. And we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
Have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. Second and 4. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. They kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown, they got the stop, and now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Jackson. Over the middle, it's complete. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance of yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Here we go on 4th down. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
That one complete down the field to Smith.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They run with Edmonds. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chase Edmonds, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bucs are an extra point away from drawing level. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up. And it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The New Orleans offense set to take over. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory. Didn't get it. And then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it. But I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now back to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander him with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
He got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
He'll look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here.
That one throw caught by one of their linemen.
First down, Buccaneers.
7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker making his first career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for it, as he just did right there.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Hands it off out of the gun.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That good for 19 and a first down.
Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Now Pollard.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory.
Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Now Jackson.
Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game. So you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson.
And he comes back with one complete.
And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart.
Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will knot us up at 10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just
just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Second and 13. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. The Bucs on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jackson on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to, when you want to. That play calling is working very well for them right now.
Here's the option going left on second down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Lamar Jackson, 27 yards. And the Saints have moved out in front. So a designed run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that coming.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of it? Being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did, it certainly didn't work. Yeah, there's no doubt.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 17-10 score. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete. It's Collins. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. But the clock continues to move. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. 2nd and 5.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you, too, in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll get things started in the NFC North. Minnesota on the road traveling to Lambeau. And it's the Vikings who are out in front. Kadarius Toney, 100 yards receiving on the nose and a touchdown catch as well. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Justin Herbert, 4 touchdown passes. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they currently trail the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Michael Gallup, a touchdown reception. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for Tampa Bay. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Saints, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Both teams going through their final halftime adjustments. We're about ready to get back to football. And to bring you the second half from the Superdome, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
So here are the Saints to take over. They're on the good side of this game right now with a lead, but they were on the bad side last week in that loss to Cincinnati, so now trying to make amends. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. Finding space at the 40.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds.
And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds. Oh, Edmonds has it knocked loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring out the 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. But it's caught on the right side at Smith.
And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll set up a throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25. 2nd and 1. He's got Smith here. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds.
And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Another carry now for Edmonds.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, the running crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's Edmonds.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Coach, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in what you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week. You must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
He'll get this to his running back, Edmonds.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. And now the Tampa Bay field goal unit comes out here. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within a point.
Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation, they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 3 quarters have come and gone. Back now here live in New Orleans. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jayon Brown. And the Saints will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Wait a second. They declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Now, let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
They'll complete this one to Collins. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead, it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
The Saints on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle. Throwing on 2nd down. Jackson. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And I think this defense knew what was coming, as he is smothered behind the line. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Jackson to throw. And Shark calls it in. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 12-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
They'll try the option on third down. And he's brought down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll try and run the option left side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal.
Again, Jackson will keep it.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Throwing now is Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Saints, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.